Welcome back to AI Splainer. So, today we're going to talk about something, the friendly robot helper. You know, the one we were all promised would be in our homes by now. We're going to trace that dream all the way back, figure out what exactly happened, and then look at the pretty surprising future it's creating for us, like right now.
All right, if you remember the early 2000s, you probably remembered this little guy. This friendly, kind of child-sized robot. I mean, he was the poster child for a future filled with helpful companions and all this high-tech ease. He was the future. So, what happened?
Yeah, the journey. It wasn't always smooth sailing. This right here is the story of that robot's path. It's a story that goes from a really hopeful and, sometimes clumsy start to a future that looks, well, a whole lot different than what any of us imagined.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Part 1, the friendly robot dream.
So this is ASIMO. The name actually stands for Advanced Step in Innovative Mobility. And when Honda unveiled him back in 2000, he was way more than just a machine. I mean, this was the result of decades of research, and he pretty much instantly became the friendly face of the future.
And ASIMO was engineered to really connect with people. He could recognize faces, respond when you called his name, understand gestures like a wave or a handshake. He could even answer questions in different languages. The whole point was to make him feel less like a machine and a lot more like a companion.
And honestly, ASIMO became a global superstar. No joke. He toured the world, rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. He even conducted the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. And yeah, he met world leaders like President Barack Obama. He was this incredible symbol of what the future could be.
But while ASIMO was out there charming everyone, a much bigger, much quieter revolution was happening in the background. Which brings us to our next section, a world of automation. You know, our whole world has been totally reshaped by these huge waves of automation, and each one is more powerful than the last. Think about it. You go from steam power to the assembly line to the digital age, and now we're riding the biggest wave yet, the fourth industrial revolution. And it is all powered by AI and robotics. And this chart, wow, it really shows you just how real this revolution is. The robot workforce is already here. Get this, the global average is 85 industrial robots for every 10,000 human employees. But then you look at a place like South Korea, and that number just explodes to 710. The world's factories? They're already running on automation.
But here's the thing. This anxiety, this fear about robots taking jobs, it is not new. This isn't some 21st century panic. Over 60 years ago, President John F. Kennedy was already talking about automation as a major domestic challenge. It's a question we've been trying to answer for a long, long time.
So after this incredible 20-year run, Honda retired ASIMO in 2022. But its legacy, the technology it pioneered, the questions it made us ask, all of that paved the way for a whole new generation of robots with a very different purpose, from celebrity to coworker.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got ASIMO, the friendly public ambassador. And on the other, you have Atlas from Boston Dynamics, who is basically an industrial coworker. So where ASIMO was all about handshakes, Atlas is built for heavy lifting. It's the perfect picture of that shift from celebrity to colleague.
And when I say heavy lifting, I mean it. Atlas is a serious workhorse. It is built to lift up to 110 pounds. That's 50 kilograms. It's designed to take on all those repetitive, physically brutal tasks you find in factories. And just so we're clear, this is not science fiction. This isn't some prototype locked away in a lab. Atlas is scheduled to be deployed in Hyundai's U.S. manufacturing plant by 2028. The coworker robot is coming, and it's coming really soon.
But the factory floor, that's just the beginning. The next huge leap for humanoid robots, really the true fulfillment of that original ASIMO dream, is to finally come home.
So what if the robot really did come home? Well, companies like 1X are working on that right now. They're building robots like Neo, a humanoid specifically designed to handle your household chores. Imagine it, folding your laundry, doing the dishes, tidying up the living room. The robot helper from the sci-fi movies is getting very, very real. But there's a catch.
This convenience comes with a really weird twist. When the robot gets stuck on a task it doesn't know, a human operator, who could be miles and miles away, puts on a VR headset. They literally see what the robot sees and take remote control to finish the job. As this Reddit user put it, your house is now like a reality TV show. Someone is literally at the 1X offices folding your underwear in VR.
And you can probably see where this is going.
This opens up a massive, massive privacy loophole. Think about it. With a warrant, law enforcement could potentially order an operator to take control of your robot. That means a total stranger could be looking through your private papers, going through your drawers, seeing your most personal spaces, all remotely. Suddenly, your home isn't really a private sanctuary anymore.
So this brings us to a really critical point. We have to decide if this automated future we're building is a helpful dream come true or a hazardous nightmare. Help or hazard?
Now, the arguments for automation are really powerful. I mean, it could solve some of the biggest challenges we're facing, right? We're talking about things like critical worker shortages or the demographic decline in countries like Japan and South Korea. Plus, it could make workplaces a lot safer and free up humans to do more creative, less soul-crushing work.
But the trade-offs are huge. This tech forces us to ask some really fundamental questions, like how much of our privacy are we actually willing to give up for convenience? And what does job security even mean when your new coworker is a machine that never gets tired?
So, that dream of a robot friend, the dream of ASIMO, it's finally here. It's just not a cute, friendly face on a stage anymore. It's a powerful worker in our factories, and, potentially, a helper in our homes. The big question for us is, what rules is it going to live by? And we have to decide that before it's too late.
So what do you think? Is this the future you're ready for? We genuinely love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching AI Splainer. And if you found this interesting, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more.